Imagine you're a dinosaur, hunting prey, fighting mammals, and surviving extinction for 100 days. On day 1, I hatched in as a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex. Whoa, I'm a little lizard, and I have 10 hearts. Nice. It was so cool being a dinosaur, but I felt strange. Wait, where is my family? Am I all alone? All of a sudden, a herd of Triceratops started a stampede right where I was standing. Gotta get out of here. Oh no, they're running over the other eggs. Just then, a large T-Rex came out and started fighting the Triceratops.
Bronzo, get out of here. I'll hold them off.
That must have been my mother. So I did as she said and ran away, eventually finding a clearing in the woods. I should be safe here. Just then, I was attacked by a bunch of orangutans. Oh no, apes are trying to kill me. Gotta get out of here. I punched a few of the orangutans, giving me enough time to escape. Oh, I can hide in this cave for the night. I finally found protection from this prehistoric world. Man, being a dinosaur is scary. On day 2, I returned back to my nest, and I found my mom there. Hey mom, I'm kinda hungry. Got any food?
Here, take this. It's not much for a growing dino, but it's something.
My mom gave me some theropod meat, but even after eating it, I was still hungry. Mom, I think I need more food.
Come, little one. I'll show you how to hunt.
Mother quickly pounced on a Dryosaurus and ripped its head apart. She said it was the circle of life.
Now you try for yourself.
I'll give it my best. I used my speed to my advantage and ripped the Dryosaurus to shreds and got some of its meat. Yeah, I did it. I kind of feel bad though. I wasn't satisfied with primitive life, so I decided to chop down a small tree and make a crafting table, wooden tools, and a campfire. These will do just fine for now. I decided to cook the meat I hunted earlier and ate it. I suddenly grew into an adolescent T-Rex. Whoa, look at me grow. This is awesome. After a long day, I went back to the nest and slept next to my mom. On day 3, I was attacked in my sleep by an ankylosaurus. What the heck? Get away from me! I tried to fight back, but I needed mom's help. But when I looked for her, she was gone. Mom, where are you? Although my mother was gone, I had to defend the nest, and so I did with my wooden sword. Haha! And stay dead! This place isn't safe anymore. I didn't want to get attacked in my sleep again, so I decided to build a home. I used the wood from earlier to build a huge structure that I could grow into. One day, I'll be as big as your mom. I mean, my mom. These tall ceilings should do. Speaking of mom, I went on to search for her. While I was searching for my mom, I was met by a Dakota raptor who warned me to hide.
Hey you, the primates are coming. You best get out of here. They will rip your face off.
The what? The who?
Run!
I was so confused, but I knew that this was a dangerous world, so I hid in a cave for the time being. For days 4 through 5, I mined stone and coal while I was inside the cave. All these materials should come in handy. I crafted torches, furnaces, and even stone tools. I should go check the surface now. When I got to the outside, I ran into a big, scary dinosaur. Please don't eat me.
I won't. Trust me. I'm a Camarasaurus. Vegetarian?
Oh, thank goodness. Do you know anything about the primates who came last night?
Yeah. Lately, the monkeys have become quite violent towards us dinosaurs.
Okay, thank you for the information. I'll keep an eye out. I was starting to wonder if the monkeys had anything to do with my mom's disappearance. I'll find you, Mom. I promise. When I got back to my home, I noticed it was destroyed by something or someone. What the heck? Who would do such a thing? There was no time to waste. I had to find Mom and make a new place to call home. On days 6 to 8, I searched the lands and found a clearing. It was a perfect spot to build my new base. This should do. Now I just need some wood. I began chopping down all kinds of trees, so I had a variety of wood to work with. This is gonna look so nice when it all comes together. When I began building, I took into consideration the size I would be when I'm fully grown, so I made sure the ceilings were really high. By the time I'm done, 3 of me could fit in here. I decorated the empty base with torches, chests, and some moss so I could have a place to sleep. This looks so good. I began working on a pen for future livestock that I might bring in later. All done for now. Huh. What's that noise? I heard some monkey screeches and a small reptile pleading for help, so I decided to take a stand and do something about all this monkey business. Roar! Get out of here, you no good climbing fiends! Hey, are you okay? When I tried to talk to the Islandon, it ran away. Aw, I hope I didn't scare it off. I went to bed, sad because it seemed like the world saw me as some big scary predator. For days 9 and 10, I woke up to the Islandon snooping around my base, looking into my chests. Hey, what are you doing? I felt like I should give this Islandon something to eat, just like how my mom gave me food. We shared a nice moment together, but it was interrupted by a monkey howling in the distance. What was that? We should check it out. We found a group of bonobos that were swarming outside of my base. And behind them all, sitting menacingly, was a Gigantopithecus. Stay off of my domain. I started killing some of the bonobos. I was able to take down quite a few of them before the Gigantopithecus screamed at me.
Retreat, my friends, but we will be back, and with greater numbers.
The apes left, and it was just me and my new friend. The Islandon thanked me for killing all the primates. She has never seen anyone stand up to them like that. Well, I'm not gonna let us be bullied by a bunch of stupid mammals. Hey, Islandon is a bit much to say all the time, and I don't even think I'm pronouncing it right. Do you mind if I call you Ellie? On day 11, I had the craziest dream. I saw the Gigantopithecus in a treehouse. Who the heck are you?
I'm King George, but never mind that. There's a mass extinction coming soon, but your reptile brains are too stupid to listen.
Well, technically, dinosaurs are more closely related to birds than reptiles.
Who cares? This is what I mean. You're more focused on the little things and don't see the greater picture.
Wow, you're so mean.
What's it matter anyway? You dinosaurs are going to die out anyways. Plus, you're all a waste of resources. Resources that could be used by my monkey army to build their underground bunkers so that they may secure their future.
Is that the reason all monkeys have been attacking dinosaurs?
Yes. Therefore, all dinosaurs must die before it's too late for the Monkey Society.
I swear, with all of my dino might, I'll put an end to you and your army. Suddenly, I snapped back to reality. I knew I had to hurry and rally up the dinos so that we could stop King George and his monkey army. For days 12 through 14, Ellie and I set out to search for my mom. She shouldn't have gotten too far, and I bet she's also looking for me. But while we were traveling, we ran into a bunch of monkeys. Oh no, Japanese macaques. I don't know. Japan doesn't even exist yet. We took this as an opportunity to get some food, but after we killed a few of them, we saw that they didn't drop any meat. Ugh, we gotta find some food soon, Ellie. I'm starving. We found a river nearby and hunted some prehistoric fish. This should be a great meal. We then set up some campfires and cooked the fish, and they were scrumptious. While we were in the area, we stumbled upon a sandstone fossil. Huh, I should keep this. It might come in handy later. Ellie then asked me if I think the fossil is from a reptile or a primate. I don't know how much it matters. If King George is right, we'll all end up like this fossil. But he's probably wrong, right? Yeah, a mass extinction would be crazy. Through days 15 to 17, Ellie and I searched for Mom some more. We traveled through a desert wasteland. It was so much different than my home. Whoa, look at all this sand, Ellie. I ran into some other dinos along the way and asked them to come join us at the base so we could band up against these monkeys. I'll be needing every single one of you. Follow me, guys. Along the way, we even found some sheep. Oddly enough, sheep still look the same. All right, sheep, come with me to a better place. I put all the Thescalosauruses into the pen I made earlier. I gotta eat somehow. I'd figure this was less primitive than hunting for food. Now that looks delicious. Ellie and I built another pen for the sheep. She's a great builder. Enjoy your new stay here, sheep. As for the other dino friends, I built an extra room, making sure the interior was big enough for them to be comfortable. For days 18 to 21, I went searching for clues about where my mom might be. While I was out, Ellie stayed behind and helped the new residents get settled in. All right, I'm gonna find you, Mom, if it's the last thing I do. I eventually made it to the desert and found a Morrison hut for shelter, but there was a group of bush babies being bullied by some gelada monkeys. I know I should avoid them, but my instincts are kicking in. I had to intervene. I started chasing the evil monkeys away.
Thank you for saving us. We are eternally grateful.
Don't mention it. They then proceeded to tell me that the group of monkeys was King George's most deadly squad of goons, and they were tasked with taking out the biggest carnivorous dinosaurs. Those monkeys might have been the ones who killed my mom. I didn't know this for sure, but I was starting to lose hope.
Do you mind if we stay with you for the night?
The bush babies told me that they always flee from other monkeys now, since they have become violent as of late.
You're so strong, and we can't defend ourselves.
I will protect you. Let's take y'all back to my base, your new home. They were so grateful for my help. Plus, how could I say no to those big innocent eyes? All right, let's get going. On days 22 to 25, I returned home with some of the bush babies, but the other dinos weren't happy with me bringing home primates. What's with the faces, guys? These bush babies were refugees from King George, just like the rest of us. So be nice. I built a small treehouse for the bush babies, and they loved it.
Thank you, Bronzo.
No problem, little guys. Enjoy your stay. I was then approached by a baby didelphodon. It looked in dire need of help. Oh, that's horrible. But what makes you think I could save them? I'm just a regular old dinosaur. I am brave. Okay, I'll do it then. For the meanwhile, rest at the base while I track the lemurs down. The map was dropped by one of the kidnapping lemurs, so I had to follow it. From days 26 through 30, I traveled through all sorts of different biomes. Even though I was traveling for so long, I was still following the map. After a while, it was nighttime, and I was attacked by zombie apes. Ah! Undead ape? This must be a nightmare. I was scared, but then I remembered how brave my mom was, and I decided right there to be braver. You want some? Come get some. Hiya! I defeated all the zombie apes and continued following the map. Then I found the monkey base. What the heck? Are these dino bones? This is sick. This is awful. I had found the didelphodon's parents, but there were ring-tailed lemurs loitering around. I had to be cautious. All right, here goes nothing. As I began breaking them out, the lemurs noticed me and started attacking. I won't let you guys stop me. Eat this, you wanna be raccoons. After this, you won't be moving it. It wasn't long before I defeated all the lemurs, and I met up with the didelphodons. Follow me to the sanctuary. When I arrived back at the base for days 31 to 35, it was destroyed and everyone was gone. I was sabotaged by the bush babies. I thought I could trust them. I stormed off to speak to the bush babies about why they would do such a thing.
Get wrecked, Bronzo.
I was so upset, I decided the bush babies had to pay with death. Fear my dino wrath. I ate all the bush babies and decided from this day onward, all monkeys were evil. Trust no apes. I was so angry, but then I was approached by the baby didelphodon, who calmed me down with words of hope. I guess I didn't see it like that. Thanks, little guy. The didelphodon family ran off together into the woods. Maybe not all hope was lost. Bye. Stay safe. On days 36 through 39, I started off by killing some Thescelosauruses. Sorry, guys. I need your meat to survive. Well, this is awkward. I then took their meat back home and cooked it and gave some to Ellie. If more people subscribe to the channel. Right now, only 21% of my viewers are actually subscribed. We make these videos for our viewers, so we never want them to ever miss any of them. Yeah, they should turn on the notifications. After finishing all the meat, I grew up again. Whoa, look at me. I'm so much bigger now. And I have 20 hearts. I'm unstoppable. Though the celebration didn't last long, when the base was attacked by baboons. I can take these tiny monkeys. Now that I was bigger, I was able to take them all out with ease. But a few of them dropped dinosaur bones. Disgusting. They must have gotten these hides and horns from previous kills. I decided that my fallen brethren needed to be honored, but I didn't know how to properly do that yet. So I just kept the remains in a chest for now and ended up burying it as well. Time to get back to work. I then spent the rest of the day mining iron to make a full armor set and iron tools. On days 40 through 43, things began getting serious. It was clear King George was not messing around with this war. Ellie and I started searching for another monkey base. Hopefully one that has the Gallades I suspect killed Mom. As we journeyed through the woods, we found a ruin of a hut. This looks interesting. I wonder what's inside. I looked through some of the chest and found a book that contained an order from King George to mine Henostone and return it to the monkey base. Henostone. This must be some sort of special stone. I was interrupted by some baboons who had returned back to their hut. Ellie, take cover. I got this. I killed all but one baboon and forced it to tell me where the main monkey base was. Where is it? Where's the monkey base? Or I'll end you here.
It's north of here. Please don't kill.
When it died, it dropped a few Tyrannosaur teeth. These must have been from previous kills. I took the teeth and went forth with Ellie to find the monkey base. For days 44 to 49, Ellie and I reached the outskirts of the main monkey base. Quick, let's hide in that cave to avoid being seen. I could tell we were seriously outnumbered here. There were tons of different kinds of monkeys everywhere. Maybe there is a secret entrance in this cave. We wandered around and then came across some cave sentinels who were not friendly. We gotta fight them off. These bugs were no joke and really fought hard, but Ellie and I's teamwork was enough to get rid of them. Glad that's over. Hey, what's that? Coming out from another part of the entrance was a mandrill. Prepare to die. I started to attack the mandrill, but he immediately began to beg for mercy. I felt bad, so I decided to hear him out.
Please don't hurt me, whippersnapper. I'm the seer.
The seer?
I'm the one who informed the Gigantopithecus of the incoming meteor.
The seer explained that instead of trying to help all life survive the impact, King George used that information as an excuse to become violent towards dinosaurs. You're kind of freaking me out, man. Maybe there's some truth to this whole apocalypse thing.
Of course there is, dummy. I saw it, duh.
The mandrill explained that King George invented land and cave sentinels to guard their apocalypse bunkers from dinosaurs and other species.
If Gigantopithecus's plan works, monkeys will be the only survivors and rule the world.
Oh no, this is way worse than I thought. I needed to earn back the dinosaurs' trust and rally against King George. Thank you for your help. I promise I'll come back and save you once I have backup.
No, please, don't go. No.
I left the mandrill and started the journey back to the base. From days 50 to 53, I traveled back home and warned all the dinosaurs about what the mandrill told me. Hey, all you dinos, won't you listen to me? There's a meteor coming directly to us, and if we don't do something about it, we will all die.
Yeah, right. Who told you that? A monkey?
Well, yeah, but still, it's true.
You're so gullible. Get lost.
I even showed them a note from King George, but it still didn't convince them. Come on, guys, this is literal proof.
Monkeys would lie for anything. We don't believe it.
I thought all hope was lost, but a few other dinosaurs were not willing to risk their lives if the mandrill's prophecy was to be true. Well, believe me, it's true. Let's go to a safer place. I led them back to the base, and I soon came to realize that this was a pitiful army. I had to convince more dinosaurs to join me. There must be another way. Just then, Ellie came up to me with some great advice. That's a wonderful idea, Ellie. Thanks for your help. There was just one problem. I felt I was not ready to go back to the monkey base, but Ellie had a point. There are just a few things I need before going back. I had to upgrade my arsenal. Hey, do any of you know how to make cool prehistoric armor? One of the new recruits gave me a recipe for Thyreophoran's armor. Thanks a lot, friend. I used the teeth and hide I acquired from earlier to craft my new items. These should do me well in battle. Before leaving the base, I left Ellie in charge. Scream really loud if something happens, okay? On days 54 through 58, I decided to search for someone who was as big and tough as my mom was. As I was traveling through the desert, I came across a Stegosaurus. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for the strongest dinosaur of them all.
Oh, are you now?
The Stegosaurus told me that there's a distant community of Tyrannosauruses in the desert, hiding from the monkeys' attacks by leaving their home. Maybe my mom's there. I made a beeline towards the hideout, but on the way, I was attacked by some zombie apes. Get out of my way. I need to find my mom. I was so determined, the apes could barely slow me down. I killed all of them and continued my mission. As I arrived at the colony, I was approached by a T-Rex who was happy to see me.
Hey there, little nephew. Long time no see there, bud.
Wait, you're my uncle? Do you know where my mom is?
Sadly, I fear I do not, bud.
My uncle explained that my mom refused to join the colony because she wanted to raise me in my native habitat, not some hot and uncomfortable desert. That's a bummer. Well, I guess I should probably be heading home then.
How's about you stay the night? We're family after all. This is your home. And if you'd like, we could do some training tomorrow. I could show you some sweet moves.
That would be awesome! I spent the night with my uncle at the colony, excited to train in the morning. On days 59 through 62, I trained with my uncle T-Rex. We sparred with a club-tailed stegosaurus, killed some super fast dinosaurs, and snuck up on these flighty birds. I was able to pick up loot with my tiny arms. At the end of the night, I created a campfire for us to share. I even showed him how to craft it. My uncle was so amazed. See, it's pretty simple actually.
Oh, you're as smart as a monkey, Bronzo, don't you know?
We ended up cooking a lot of theropod meat, and I told my uncle that Mom was probably killed by monkeys.
I hate to agree, but I think you're right, Bronzo. In any case, we need some of the best weapons to avenge her, yeah?
Where would I get said weapons, Uncle?
Go to the Sarasocus in the forest in the north. Their weapons are much more advanced over there.
Thank you, Uncle. I'll be going now. On days 63 through 66, I noticed my sword was getting weak, so I used the remaining Tyrannosaurus tooths to make a sword. Whoa, this is awesome! It's a Tyrannosaurus sword! I finally approached the forests from the clearing I was in. I better be careful. Monkeys might be here. I spoke too soon, because just then, I was attacked by snub-nosed monkeys. Hey, back off! Take this! Luckily, I had my Tyrannosaurus sword and armor to protect me, despite my thick skin. You won't win this fight, I promise that. Just then, the first meteor fell from the sky. No, no, no! It's too soon for this! All the monkeys scurried away, but I was left standing there, awestruck. The mandrill seer was right. Is this the end? Right when I thought it was over, the single meteor struck just a few feet away from me, tearing up the ground instantly. That was a close one. I investigated the wreckage and found a raw metallite drop. I wonder if this could help me with the war against the primates. I'll take it just to be sure. I continued on my journey to find the Sarasocus. On days 67 to 70, I found the Sarasoucuses and told them that the T-Rex clan sent me.
Well, in that case, welcome, Bronzo. How can we help you?
I need a weapon. My uncle told me you guys are the best craftsmen around.
Of course, follow me.
I followed the Sarasoucus, excited to see what powerful new weapons they had. But then, we came upon a field littered with meteor craters. My fear had been confirmed. The meteor apocalypse was coming. I knew if I didn't do something soon, the whole world could be destroyed. I need to stop this. Do you have anything that could help me?
Of course. Take a look at this.
They showed me a recipe book. Apparently, they were able to use the materials from the meteors to craft crazy rare weapons and armor. Next, they took me to the armory, which looked like it was just a chest, but it was full of raritanium, omega, ice knight, and fire knight armor. I picked up some leggings and boots and completed my armor set. I knew I could convince the other dinosaurs that the meteor apocalypse was coming. I mean, how could they deny it when I'm literally covered in meteor metal? Thank you for everything you've given me. The Sarasoucus told me that they were still working on their deadliest axe yet, but had run out of pieces of metallite needed to finish it. Well, today's your lucky day. I happen to have some right here. I gave them my raw metallite. Without wasting time, they then smelted it into ingots, and I crafted the axe and a pickaxe. Wow, this is awesome. Thanks. With the Sarasoucus on my side, I knew we'd be unstoppable, so I told them to begin packing their things. We'd be heading back to my base first thing in the morning. From days 71 through 74, I was traveling with my new recruits when we suddenly came across a band of Hamadryas attacking some Dakota raptors. I gotta help them. I rushed in to defend them. My new armor and sword worked wonders, and I was able to defeat the Hamadryas. I told the Dakota Raptors about our cause and asked if they wanted to join us, to which they eagerly agreed. When we arrived back at the base, I saw Ellie freaking out. Hey, is everything all right? They'll pay for this. Now is the perfect time to capture one of the Sentinels. Ellie and I were able to destroy most of them, and were able to trap one of them in a fence. While fighting the Sentinels, we realized they dropped Henostone when killed. Finally, the last piece of evidence I needed to prove to the other dinos that King George has to be defeated, so we can seek shelter in the bunkers. It would be a tough battle, but I'll definitely need more recruits. Though before that, I'll need to get a good night's sleep. From days 75 to 78, I headed out to find more dinos to recruit for our army. I met a group of Ischia-Golastias. To convince them, I showed my metallite axe, the book with King George's orders, and the Henostones. Some of them were still not convinced, so I took them back to my base and showed them the land sentinel we captured. After seeing all the evidence, they agreed to join us. Welcome to the team. I continued to go out and find other dinosaurs, bringing them back to our base. With all the new recruits, our base was starting to get a little crowded, so I decided to build some new barracks. I then noticed that some of the dinosaurs were attacking each other. Hey, knock that out! They're friends, not food! I tried to convince everyone to get along, but I understood the struggle of being a carnivore. I knew I would need to get some meat for this army, as well as some plants for the herbivores too. For days 79 through 84, Ellie and I gathered some buckets, and we searched for something to hunt. Something that wasn't a dinosaur. We traveled all around, and all we could find was dinosaurs. This is not a good start, Ellie. After a while, we found a group of celebs monkeys. They were the perfect prey to hunt. Get them, Ellie! Hiya! We killed them all, but it turned out they didn't drop any meat. Looks like we gotta find something else to eat. Great idea, Ellie. I'm so glad you're my friend. You're so smart. We found a stream, and there were so many fish. We even caught a few in buckets, so we could make a food farm at home and feed the entire army. We have enough for days here. Let's start heading back home. On the way back, we gathered some cytophyllum for the vegetarian dinos to eat. It was days 85 through 89, and we finally arrived back home. I'm back, everyone, and I brought some food. I released the buckets of prehistoric fish into the river nearby. Now that's a nice fish farm. I also started planting some of the plants and gave it to some of the dinos. They loved it. More where that came from, guys. This is all starting to come together. Something crazy happened when I ate the prehistoric fish. I transformed into a giant adult Tyrannosaurus. Wow! Look how big and scary I look now. And I have 30 hearts. Just as I was celebrating, some dinosaur ran up and told me there was an emergency. A new henostone creature was wreaking havoc in the forest and was heading this way. Not good. I better stop it before it makes its way to the base. I traveled through the forest from days 90 to 93, and in the distance, I saw an Ankylosaurus being attacked by the Henos. This must be the creature I was warned about. Without wasting a second, I jumped into battle, but the Ankylosaurus was killed before I was able to defeat the Henos. No! You'll pay for that! I noticed the laser attacks the Henos used and how much more health it had than the land and cave sentinels. You're tough, but I'm tougher. When I killed the Henos, it dropped a space gem. I wonder what this does. The gem gave me a speed 2 enchantment, and now I was ready to take on King George. He won't see me coming with these upgrades. I returned to the base to check up on the progress. I should be able to get back super fast now. When I returned, I was surprised. The new inhabitants laid eggs while I was gone. This is a wonderful new baby dinosaur that'll soon hatch. I told all the inhabitants to bring their eggs with him so that they may be safe in the monkey's bunker, since the outside world wouldn't be safe for much longer. From days 94 through 96, I made preparations for my journey, which included readying the dino army for battle. Let's go, dinos. We got lots of work to do. Ellie brought some saddles she found in an abandoned monkey camp, suggesting I use them somehow. I should be able to use these. Thanks, Ellie. I threw the saddles on some of the dinos and crafted some Cladophlebus on a stick, knowing how much they loved that stuff. Maybe now I can ride on one of these guys. Turns out I was too heavy for them, and I could just walk faster anyways. Yeah, this isn't gonna work so well. However, I ended up giving the Cladophlebus on a stick to the Dakota Raptors. Now we have tough and armored mounts to ride into battle. Just as we were getting ready, a meteor struck near the base, startling everyone. Everyone calm down. Let's move out now. Come on, into the forest. On days 97 through 98, I led my dino army into the desert. Everyone keep an eye out for the monkeys. Along the way, I met up with the Didelphodon family from way earlier. Hey, nice seeing you guys here. No problem. You guys taught me a lot. Follow me to the monkey bunker. There was no time to waste, so we kept moving. I reached the monkey base on day 99. It was swarming with monkeys. They must be preparing for the apocalypse. Meteor strikes were starting to happen more often, and one landed right on the monkey base. We better move fast, guys. I'm gonna search the base for King George. After all this time, Ellie and I had to go our separate ways. It was sad, but it had to be done for her protection. Well, Ellie, this is goodbye. I promise I'll come back soon. Goodbye. I made my way through the base and found the elite squad of Galatas from earlier. They mocked me, saying they killed a T-Rex just like me and laughed at it while it was dying. That was my mom! I'll kill every single one of you! I pounced and tore their heads off with ease. I had to avenge my mom. That was for you, Mom. And to pay respects to my mom, I need everyone watching to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss us a video. Also, comment down below what kind of video you want to see me do next. I then climbed up to the top of the monkey base, and right before me was King George himself. I finally found you. It was day 100, and meteors began falling all around me. Things were going bad. King George, how could you live with yourself? You had the power to use your big monkey brain to save all the species in the land. Instead, you chose to only save monkeys. I have no choice but to kill you.
Where? I'm Bronzo. I save all the— Shut up! You're pathetic. What kind of predator saves species? You deserve to die. After all, it's only natural selection working at its best.
The only thing I'll be selecting is your head on a stick. Before we fought, a meteor struck the base, and we fell into the river. And because of the meteors, the water started to drain. Let's do this! As we fought, meteors struck more and more frequently. It really was the end. Is this what you wanted? You're a fool! I fought tooth and nail with my Tyrannosaurus sword and utilized my speed boost. King George did tons of damage to me, but eventually I was able to best him and stay dead. Yeah! Bronzo! Huh? Is that a meteor coming straight to my head? Makes sense. Ah!